Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today brings another daily vlog, home edition. And we have been in the highs and lows of homeownership. It's fun to get to do all these projects and update spaces, but also if any of you have owned property or a house, you know that things break, and usually unexpectedly, and usually in multiples. So it adds a little bit of stress to our daily lives. So just to kind of give you a little brief, hopefully it's brief, description of what's going on. So the valve in our primary bathroom toilet broke and water was spraying around. I tried to turn off the water. There's like a little knob beside your toilet that you can turn off the water to come to your toilet. Well, that's not working. So I had to turn off the water at the street. And if you're a homeowner and you don't know how to do that, I definitely recommend you knowing how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, YouTube it or hire a plumber to come out to show you. It's fairly easy, but it can be intimidating if you don't know. But make sure all the adults in your house know how to do that, because that can save you a lot of money for, you know, like damage in your house if you have to turn off your water quickly because of an issue. So they came out, he fixed it. Of course, he said to fix the valve in the bathroom to get it to properly work. We're gonna have to fix some, I think it's called PRV at the streets, like the pressure and stuff. That was gonna be like an extra 900 bucks. And then I also talked to him about putting in maybe a soft water filtration in the house, because we have very hard water here. And I wanted to see kind of how much that was going to be. And if we do that, that's probably like another $2,000, maybe $2,500. So those two projects are not necessary at this moment. They're definitely on our list and we want to get them done, but they're not like absolutely need to get done right now because we don't have them in our budget maybe right now. So we put a pin in those. He did fix the toilet, thank God. And then that day I took all the towels that we had cleaned up the water with and tried to run a load of laundry, and the disc that is in the bottom, here I'll show you actually, let me go to the laundry room because we're still in the thick of that. That's not fully finished. This disc that's in the bottom of my wash machine is now, oh, I can't even reach it because I don't have my step stool, but it's detached and it's not staying there. And if it's not, if it's not attached, then it won't sense your load of clothing that's in there, and it'll just keep trying to fill with water till load sense it. So he came and he tried to fix it without ordering a new piece because he was trying to make it more like financially not as bad for me, but it didn't work. So he had to order a new piece. So that's going to be here in a couple days. So he's going to come back and fix it. And honestly, I'd rather pay and have the new part anyways, because I love this wash machine and it is about 9 years old. And I did look up and it says wash machines usually last between like 10 and 15 years with regular maintenance. And I do maintain this. Like I clean it all the time, you know, make sure everything is done with it. So take good care of it and everything. So I would love for this to last longer. So fingers crossed that works. I'm sure by the time this posts, this will post on Saturday. So it should be fixed. I should be running all the loads of laundry I haven't been able to do in the last week. So go hop over to my Instagram and see them. I'll try to do like a real-time update of if this is now checked off being done. So because things come in threes, Noah took out the garbage the other night because garbage was picking up, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna run one more bag out there. So I go out my front and water is just leaking everywhere in my front yard. So this was absolutely wet. This was all wet and it was just running like a river down my sidewalk. And I don't have our sprinkler system on yet, so I was like, I don't know what that could be. We do have some drainage issues from like our neighbor that we're still trying to figure out, but like that was a massive amount of water. So again, know how to turn off your water at the street level. And I called the plumber and luckily he was super nice. It was the same guy that fixed the toilet and was like, oh, okay, I'll come right out and I'll check it for you. I did tell him that I think that it's the landscaping, but I have no idea because we don't have the landscaping on, but I have no idea. So he came out and he looked at it, and it ends up being like one of our control valves is was like broken, like the pipe to it is broken or something. So I was like, okay, but I don't have any water, like my sprinklers aren't on. He's like, oh yes, that's correct, but you still have water that goes to your irrigation or to your sprinkler system, which I didn't know that, had no idea. So there's another valve, you know, like a turn off switch, so you can switch it so that way no water then goes to your sprinkler system. So I learned where that was at. So if you have that in your house, make sure you know where that is as well, because that allows you then to turn off the water that's going to your sprinkler system, but yet then you can still use water in your house, like take showers, wash dishes, use the restroom, all that fun stuff. So unfortunately, he's like, that's not my expertise because it's connected to the control valve, and I think everything might need to get replaced. So you need to call a landscaping, like irrigation company. So I was on the phone doing that and running into some issues with people can't come out until like July. And I was like, okay, well, this has to get fixed because I was gonna start my sprinklers this week. It's just been raining so much here in Texas. Every time I was thinking about doing it, it would rain, and I was like, oh, my grass looks green, it's fine, whatever. But now it's hot, you know, it's getting hot, so I need to have them on. So I was able to find another company who can come out next week. It's not the most ideal. Like, I'd rather have somebody come out this week, but I'm not finding anybody who can. And I want somebody reputable because I'm gonna have them just do a whole maintenance of the sprinkler system, check everything, you know, replace anything, give me advice if maybe it's not set up correctly, and then maybe possibly help me with like my neighbor's drainage issues too, because we have been talking. We said we need to maybe go in together to figure out kind of what's going on. So that is kind of the non-fun owning a house responsibility adulting we've been dealing with. But even though only one of those is fixed, the other two are kind of in limbo. They're scheduled to be fixed, one this week, one next week. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that gets done and is not. I already paid for the wash machine thing, so I already know what that is budget-wise. The lawn thing, obviously I haven't, and you pay by like the hour, so I'm nervous on what that's gonna be. So I kind of am putting a little bit of a number in my head, that, you know, worst case scenario, to see what that is and get that fixed. But it has to get fixed, so I just have to figure it out. But since that's basically all the non-fun things, we've actually been still doing some fun projects around, which you're gonna probably think it's funny that this next project I consider fun, but it actually was fun. I replaced the tub drains and the cleanouts in the tubs in the house. And I did this actually last week, and I did film some of it, so I'll go ahead and insert that now. Here is me now replacing the drain. So I was able to get it out, and it was absolutely gross, so I won't do a close above that. But this tool did definitely help. So I know there's a couple sites that said you could use pliers, and that was just too tough. I had to use this, though I did have to spray some WD-40 kind of around it to just kind of loosen it, because my first few attempts didn't work. I also saw they said you could do a like a hair dryer to loosen up the putty. That didn't really work. So the WD-40, let it sit for like 15 minutes. That was golden. That was perfect. So I got it out and I got it cleaned. I already replaced the clean out bin, so now I'm going to actually install the new one. And I don't know if I mentioned earlier in the vlog, Moen, actually, I just had to call Moen and they gave me these replacements for free. So that was really awesome. I guess Moen has like a lifetime warranty, even though I am not the initial owner of this house. This house was only not even 2 years old when we bought it. So I'm guessing maybe she counted me as it. I have no idea. But if you have anything that says Moen on it, you know, like anywhere, and you need a replacement for it, look up the replacement item on their site and then call and then just see. So it worked out great. So it said to get some plumber's putty and kind of create that around. So I'm gonna kind of put that around this drain here. Oh, need to make it a little bit longer. Just kind of molded that in. And then you take this, just gonna screw it in. Just wanna make sure this is gonna end up being really tight. So I'm gonna use the same tool to get out the old one, to finish screwing in the new one. It just kind of fits right there. This has like two sides depending on the diameter, but the bigger one doesn't fit, but the little one fits, and really you just need it to fit in between those little dials to help crank it. Need a little extra torque, just take a screwdriver. There's little holes in here. You can put that through there and that will help tighten it even more. That is the tightest I can get that. And then you just want to clean up your excess putty. And then you're just supposed to be able to take this stopper and screw it in. Okay, I think I figured out the problem. So I had to untwist this off and then I pushed it down. Oops, can you even see? Before this was like all the way in here, now this is out. So I think now when I twist it in, I can actually like, yep, I think the tub works now. Oh my gosh, okay, so let's try it. So that's so much prettier than yucky stuff up there. It looks like it mainly was, we don't have a water softener, so part of like hard water, and then I tried to clean it out one time, which I think discolored it. So yeah, that looks way better. Now I need to clean up. And so I got the downstairs one done, and so I had to do the upstairs ones, and I learned a little bit from like trial and error from doing the first one. So here's the video of the one upstairs. And then I actually saw another YouTube of a different way to put putty on. So I'm going to try that on this one, but I'll show you. Okay, so I'm putting the putty on, and they said to put it on, like turn the drain thing upside down, put it on, and then kind of like squeeze it into like a thin layer. Okay, so it kind of looks like this. So it's like a thin layer on here. All done. Okay, whenever you're doing projects, I always suggest when you get to a part that's frustrating, walk away, because I just walked away and came back to do the stopper and I figured out how to do it. So now it's up, and then I twist it, and then it's closed. And you pull up and you twist and it's up. So I figured it out, yay. So I'm very proud of myself. So I only spent, let's see, the tool to get the tub drain out was like $9 on Amazon, and the putty I think was like $7 on Amazon. So altogether, what, 16 bucks? And replaced both those drains, and they look a million times better. And that has been something, you know, you have something in your house, you obviously you use something every day and you see it and you're like, I don't like the way that looks. Or because I tried to fix it, now it looks a million times worse. And it's just been on my to-do list to get fixed. So I'm so thankful that Moen sent me parts. We had an issue with our soap dispenser by our sink, so they sent me those parts too. I just got a shipping notification, so that should be out hopefully this week so I can fix that. So then all that stuff will be fixed, and I just, go Jen. I feel very proud of myself. You know, when I have like these struggles with, you know, MS or parenting or just whatever, having these wins fuels me. It makes me feel like, A, I'm competent, like I can figure it out. Granted, I watched a lot of YouTube videos and whatever, but hey, that's what those are there for. And I'm so appreciative for them. But also like, I can do things that at first glance, maybe you think, I can't do that. And I knew, like through research, I knew that it was a fairly simple job, just kind of took a little bit to figure out exactly what I had to get it done. But it just made me feel like I don't want to pay a plumber to do this when I can do it. And then, yeah, I don't know. So let me know if you guys feel that same way too on getting projects done. Especially with the frustrations through it are definitely there, but the high you get and like the dopamine surge that you get from like it's done and it looks great, it's just, you forget all about all that frustrations of going through it or trial and error. So yay! And I'm so irritated because I didn't even think. I have 2 bathrooms upstairs and I only got the hardware for 1 bathroom. I don't know why. I forgot my oldest has an ensuite, and so he has a bathroom connected to his bedroom, but I never go in there. So I did not think his need to be replaced, and then he told me, he's like, oh, you should replace mine too. And I'm like, well, I don't go in there. Like, you're responsible for cleaning all your stuff. And I didn't think about that. So I'm gonna have to contact Moen again and see if they'll give me one, or I can buy it. It's fine. I just felt bad that I didn't kind of get everything in one swoop. So not only in the bathroom did I do the tub drains, but I also caulked my shower. I kind of scraped off the other stuff and put new caulking on, and that was a little nervous because that was the first time I've ever done that. But again, YouTube to the rescue. Taught me how to kind of do it, and it looks awesome, I think. So I've also been doing lots of organizing. I actually bought these off Amazon, and these like soak in the water. So if you ever have like put stuff on your counter and like water gets in there, these are great because they'll soak up the water and then you don't have any residue on your countertop. I also put one in for like the soap on in our shower. That's our caulking. And then did some organization in our linen closet. Bought a new basket for our towels. These I bought, they're great. You can put them out, you know, pull them out and have all your stuff organized in there. I bought these fun like acrylic hat holders for Mike's hats because I was trying to organize them. They just kind of go in here with the bill. And then we bought new bedroom furniture. So this is the dresser, and we got a new bench, and then we got new nightstands. I'm still waiting for the bed to come because I ordered that through a different company because we have a Sleep Number bed and I want it to fit the Sleep Number. So that comes, I think, next week. So once everything's done, I'll maybe kind of show you a final of the bedroom and everything set up. But so far, I'm actually really loving the pieces. It's causing me to, or forcing me kind of to be more organized, which I kind of thought I already was, but I just start hoarding things. So it's been great to be able to like purge and clean. Oh, also, I painted our lamps. These used to be gray, and I spray painted them black, and they look great. Mike also got this from Amazon too, of like an organizer for like the iPads and like the kids' phones and watches. So we keep everything in our room at night, so it kind of has everything in one spot and you don't have like a bunch of cords everywhere. And our neighborhood is known for wildlife. So we had wild pigs, like hogs almost. They usually stay to the trails and like, because we kind of are surrounded by a lot of like wildlife area, like open land and stuff. And we have heard in the past about them coming up and like really like messing up people's yard because they're looking for like grubs and whatever. But we live kind of in a more established area of the neighborhood. We're not like a new section, and our street gets fairly busy. And believe it or not, they hit our yard a couple weeks ago. So I was shocked. I know they've hit like the end of the street, which backs up to a ravine, but I cannot believe they actually came up to ours. And luckily we had not mulched yet. I had all the mulch in the garage and was planning to do it and just hadn't done it yet. So they kind of did me a favor because I kind of loosened everything up so we can kind of like scrape the old stuff off and put the new stuff down. So we did that. And then actually painted or cleaned up the front of our house too, like the trim. We had a professional company come out and do all of our windows, and then they power wash the front of our house, which we've done before, but I don't know, those companies always can do it without like screwing things up. So we used to have a bird issue. We have all kinds of issues clearly. But then I wanted them to kind of power wash and clean it all up, and then I repainted a lot of the trim, so it looks very fresh and new. And because I am so out of it in the vlogging situation, my battery died. So I'm back in my office, switched my battery out, and I will end the vlog. I really hope that you enjoy seeing these house updates or kind of hearing kind of what we're going through while not at the parks. I absolutely do love sharing them with you. I know sometimes they're pieced together because I do film over a certain amount of days or things come up. The kids are off school now, so it is summer break, and we just have a lot of things going on. They have different camps and swimming and our, just hanging out with friends and everything. So yeah, so just wanted to kind of share a little bit more into my life with you. So I am going to run, I'm going to edit this vlog and make sure I get it up for you for Saturday. And then I'm excited because I am get to go have dinner with my girlfriend tonight. Her name's Erin. You actually have seen her in my vlogs. We were at Disney the same time for spring break, and so we're gonna go have dinner, have some sushi, and catch up. So make sure to give this video a big thumbs up, and if you're not already subscribed, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any adventures, and we'll see you next time. Go live your DisGoals. Bye.